Man, season 12 has been great so far, but I'm finding myself a little peckish. Is anyone else hungry for some potatoes? Might be time for a light snack, a nice two-parter to satiate the hunger. Luckily, I've got just the thing. Bred for war? Get it? No? No, I can't blame me for trying. The Sontaran experiment is the first 2-episode adventure since way back with the rescue, and it'll be the first one until Black Orchid many years in the future. As a result, it's a nice little distraction from the continuation of season 12, which is apparently somewhat linked together. It makes a lot more sense watching this one immediately after the arc in space, because if you're coming to this one completely blind, it must be really confusing. Why do the Doctor, Harry, and Sarah appear out of nowhere out in the middle of some field? And what's this arc they keep talking about? Well, believe it or not, that's actually how I watched this one for the first time, back in 2009 or 2010. I watched it as part of the Sontaran box set, so I would have had no idea what was going on. But as is becoming a trend with these recent second watches, I don't remember anything from my first time watching this. Anyways, it's a pretty scary setup for poor Sarah Jane, with both the Doctor and Harry disappearing from 2 separate locations, meaning she is stuck stranded in this wilderness all by herself. The location of the story is Earth, several thousand years in the future, the same time that the arc in space takes place. So the Earth should be completely abandoned, right? Why then is there a big robot roaming around, and several survivors of a shuttle crash? Well, in a shocking, well-paced reveal, it turns out to all be the work of a Sontaran. Yeah, bet you didn't see that one coming. Unfortunately, the Sontaran experiment suffers from the same problem that a lot of classic and modern Doctor Who episodes suffer from, and that's the title completely spoils the featured monster reveal. This isn't like a Dalek story, where an attempt is made to obscure the main villain, at least until the first cliffhanger, but it's still pretty easy to tell that it's a Dalek or anything. No, there's genuine effort put into making it a mystery as to what's going on here, until the end cliffhanger of part 1, where the titular Potato Man shows up. Ah well, at least there's a nice bit of fan service continuity when Sarah Jane sees the Potato Man exit his little golf ball ship. She's like, Lynx! Under her breath, because, of course, her first adventure with the Doctor was when she met Lynx, the Sontaran, back in the Time Warrior, so of course she wasn't to know this was a separate potato. It's funny, however, how this new Sontaran, T.A.R.D.I.S, says, "We are identical." Like, no dude, you're a little more mashed than your brethren. I have to say, T.A.R.D.I.S has a less impressive design to Lynx that we've seen before, but it's still in the realm of, good quality. It doesn't suck, is what I'm trying to say, like some unfortunate upcoming Sontaran designs do. So, due to its 2-part nature, it's very straightforward and satisfying with no unneeded fluff. Obviously, the pacing is perfection, and the military-esque drum-heavy music that seems to accompany Sontaran stories is on point. You know me, I love my Sontarans. I just really dig their whole concept. A race of genetically engineered warriors, but instead of being like gun-ho, yahoo American idiots, they're super intelligent, sharp-tongued, highly intelligent badasses. That still doesn't stop T.A.R.D.I.S from making the stupid decision to leave an unconscious Doctor just out in the open, instead of, I don't know, restraining him, imprisoning him, killing him. Although, to be fair to the writers, T.A.R.D.I.S did admit that he assumed the Doctor was dead, but like, come on, you don't want to confirm that kill, buddy? I did also find it funny that this massive invasion force that is apparently chilling somewhere out in space apparently can't commence the invasion until this one Sontaran's experiments have been completed. Like, okay. I was actually going to make a fun little sketch about this, but dang it, the writers did their job and addressed this as well. Once the mashed potato has been dealt with, the Doctor makes out that there's a significant enough opposing force to deter the entire invasion fleet from invading. What a legend. Overall, I had a pretty good time. It's hard to mess up a story of this length, but boy did they try that one time! Couple of things to note, as always. I know that they recorded this one out of order, so they filmed the Sontaran experiment before the arc in space, which might explain why Tom Baker was so comfortable playing the character, but I do stand by my comments in my previous review, where, you know, it's pretty much him being himself. Like, there's no character, it's just Tom Baker being Tom Baker, and Tom Baker is the Doctor. According to him. Also, the location filming was really cool. It's so easy to go out to the rural countryside and just find a little plot of land that could double as an alien planet easily. The Abominable Snowman did it, Death to the Daleks did it. It's just a nice change of pace to alternate between filming sets and real-world locations. Sarah Jane is right to get frustrated with Harry calling her old thing all the time. I'm getting pretty annoyed with it as well. It's not sexist or condescending or anything, it's just rude and annoying. Stop it, Harry. Also, something small I picked up on here is that a lot of characters in this story are proper mad. Not crazy, just angry. Like, they are just hurling insults at each other through gritted teeth. I am well accustomed to the odd Sontaran throwing out pitiful worm as an insult, but hearing the Doctor and Harry say stuff like, "You worthless pig," it's hilarious. Kinda cool to see people actually having emotions, I guess. I don't know if it was the energy on set or the actors were just feeding off each other's emotions. But yeah, you couldn't go a scene without someone gritting their teeth and being like, "Ah, I hate potatoes. Gotta boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew." Also, rest in peace and massive shout out to Australian actor Kevin Lindsay, the one responsible for bringing the first two Sontarans to life. Yes, I know he was in Planet of the Spiders, but I gotta say, this is probably his most iconic role. He unfortunately passed away just over a month after this serial first aired in the UK, so I really hope he got to see it in Australia before he died. But yeah, rest in peace, old boy. The Sontarans won't be the same without you. Also, I like this robot. He's cute. The end. Thank you very much for watching this little review. Thank goodness I didn't find a way to stretch this one out to 1/4 of an hour. Tune in next week while we continue Box Set Mania with arguably the single most popular classic Doctor Who story of all time. No pressure.